Matthews hit by a pitch. And now he barks at Derek Lowe.
Yeah.
Red Sox are tired of Manny Ramirez in particular getting hit. So Lowe with the first pitch of the inning. Drills Matthews. He doesn't like it. The umpire's in the way quickly.
Just take it and go to first base. Ramirez got drilled up around the shoulder. He got drilled around the butt. 1 for 1. Go to first base.
Well, in the bottom of the last half inning.
There's one up around the elbow, right around the shoulder. And now the retaliation. This one is much lower, right around the back, right on the butt. That's 1 for your side. You got Manny. I got you. I got you lower than they got Manny. Go to first base. You know, I think we're seeing quicker warnings than we've seen in the past. As soon as it's evened up, they give the warning right away to both sides.
Matthews runs. Batista chops one foul.
That's perfect.
Down 7 runs.
Good. Still tripping at Derek Lowe too as he heads his way back to first base. There he's going. Watch out.
He's creeping toward the mound. Now Dahlbach's going to grab him. Here come the dugouts. And the first base coach Rick Dempsey puts Matthews in a hug. Doug Mirabelli out there being pushed away by the umpires, trying to get at Matthews. Bullpen's emptying.
You talk about overreaction from Matthews. That's unbelievable. He got hit on the butt.
You'd think he'd have a little bit more of an understanding too. His dad was a fine major league player. He grew up around the game.
See, what happened is when he came back to it from second base, he kept chirping away at Lowe, and that's when Dahlbach went out to get him. Looked like he was going to make a move toward Derek Lowe.
He and Dahlbach exchanged words as Matthews was arriving at first base. Dahlbach pretty
now Veritek right now.
We've got a major skirmish. Jason Veritek in the middle of it. I believe that was David Segui.
Somebody made a mistake and said something to Veritek, and that's all he needed. It looked like Marty Cordova, but I couldn't tell.
And there's some serious punches being thrown out behind second base now.
Ray Sanchez and Offerman.
And one of the umpires doing the best to get into the middle of that one and take Ugueth Urbina away.
Who's this guy without a uniform?
There's Urbina being walked all the way out into center field by Angel Hernandez. Tom Trebelhorn trying to calm down whoever that is for the Orioles. Offerman there. Of course, the Orioles aren't anywhere near playoff contention and not going to be a playoff contending team. You have to hope that the Red Sox don't wind up getting somebody injured.
This isn't over yet either. That's Brooke Fordyce right there.
Fordyce is bloodied.
Somebody said something to Veritek, and Veritek just charged him.
That was over by the mound, while the original action was over by the first base bag. Fordyce checking for more blood. Meanwhile, equipment strewn all over the field, gloves and hats and bats. Well, you're right, Jerry. In one of these things, the last guy in the world you want to go after is Veritek.
We're going to have a bunch of guys thrown out of this thing here. This is going to be a mess.
There he goes toward the mound. Dahlbach trying to stop him. Rick Dempsey trying to stop him as well.
Yeah, Rick knows.
And there's Mirabelli. Now this is where we think the Veritek action began.
He's charging somebody. I can't tell who he's trying to get after, but he was in a hurry to get somebody.
And once the attention turned to Veritek, Matthews got loose.
That's Rodrigo Lopez right there that a couple of people have a headlock on. And then it started out towards second base, and it was Sanchez and Offerman heading out towards second base, throwing shots at somebody.
Well, you're looking to replays live on the field. Mike Hargrove just shook hands with Brian Daubach.
Here's where we go. There's Baega heading out towards somebody here that doesn't have a uniform top on. And he's backing up chirping, and they're trying to get at him. Sanchez and Offerman finally did get out there, and they were throwing some shots. Now, you can't eject either one of the pitches because obviously there was a warning given, but no pitch was made. But you would have to think that Matthews has to go for initiating that as moving toward the mound.
And he did it twice. I mean, he started toward the mound to sort of get things percolating after he was hit by the pitch, and then he did it again. And as you say, running on the pitch as well, down 7-0. Makes you wonder if his head is in the clouds.
Yeah, here he is coming back to first after trying to make that steal, looking out and saying something to Derek Lowe. Lowe, I think, said something to him, and now he wants to go. So Dempsey knows he's got to stop this. He's not going to let him charge Derek Lowe. Dempsey knows he got hit on the backside. And then I'll tell you, things really spread out after that. Now here comes Veritek. He got hot at somebody. I couldn't tell who he was trying to get after. He's by Cordova, and he's got somebody. It might be that Lopez in the middle. He's got him right now in a headlock, but I don't think that's the guy he was after.
The guys in the truck tell us that they believe the player without the uniform on was Willis Roberts because his jersey was ripped off.
That's who it is, Sean. That's exactly right, because we can see him in this pile right here. You can see Roberts on his back right there, and that gets torn off. Now they just continue. Oh, he took a shot right there at Baega, and Baega starts chasing him out, and that's when the punches start to go. Offerman going out, Baega going out, Sanchez going out.
Yeah, you gotta like guys who are encouraging them to come after while they're backing pedaling at about 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, he took a shot at Baega, and that's what initiated. Oh, and he pushed the umpire. He pushed Diaz, so that's going to be a suspension right there. But that's what happened, Sean. He took a shot at Baega, and when Baega's teammates saw that, they just chased him out in the center field.
I mean, what a big tough guy he is.
He's got to go
the whole time to come get me while backing up, and then the only person he wants to push is the umpire.
Heads up, Derek, now.
And Matthews has been ejected. He's walking across the field and heading for the dugout.
Now, from what we saw of Roberts, not only is he got to go in this game, but he should be suspended for pushing Laz Diaz in the middle of that thing. He just pushed him right away.
Now they have to be a pinch runner for Matthews. Now Tony Cloninger is coming quickly out of the dugout toward Randy Marsh. And he's upset about something.
Now Cloninger at home plate in that area had two guys on a bear hug. Now I don't know if Tony got ejected from the game, and this is what the argument is about, but he had two guys in a bear hug right around home plate.
Out of everything that happened, if he goes, these umps got to be kidding.
Well, that's a pretty good exchange, though, for the Red Sox.
Yeah, they'll take the pitching coach for a starting player, but
I don't know if that's what he's arguing about, but I'd have to guess so. I know that at home plate there were about 2 or 3 people wrapped up, and I know Cloninger was one of them.
Well, it's possible he has been ejected. We'll keep the camera on him, see if he disappears down the runway. This is one instance where you wish, like in other sports, they had a scorer's table where the umps could go over and tell the PA announcer, okay, this is exactly what's happened.
Yeah, let me look at the replay here. Louis Lopez coming out to pinch run at first base for Matthews, who has been ejected. To my knowledge, I don't know of any Red Sox player ejected, the exception of maybe Cloninger. I don't know. Let's see if Tony's getting ready to pack up his equipment and head back in the runway. Yeah, I think he's gone, Sean.
Brooke Fordyce has also been ejected from the game. So Cloninger departs.
Well, welcome to Family Day here at Fenway.